Hey guys. So today is going to be an extremely random, I don't want to say haul. It's not really a haul. It's just like, some stuff I've bought, some stuff I'm into, but for most people, anyone who's watching this is really just get to know me a little bit more. I want to be a little bit more involving with every video. Learn a little bit more about what's going on with me, that kind of thing. But before I get into the stuff, very quickly, I'm just gonna let you know that like right now, I'm going through a crazy transition with my job. I'm trying to get out of there. It's not anything bad. It's like my boss is leaving, half our staff is going away to school or moving on or leaving because they don't want to be there. And it's just like I'm not really interested in meeting anyone new right now, but I am interested in learning. I think I'm gearing myself up for a more, how do I put this? Maybe like a solo job where I am my own boss or something. I'm trying to figure that out. Or maybe if I work in a more solitary environment, that would be better. But I'm trying to figure that out now because working where I am now is just not doing it for me. And I don't feel fed at all when I'm there. And I just feel bored and I feel anxious at the same time because when you work in a restaurant, it's always like inspectors are going to come or whatever, and you want to make sure you're on top of everything. So that keeps me engaged and working. But like the job itself, like I don't care anymore. And recently, my purpose for being at my job has been revealed to me, and now it's time for me to go. Um, I think I was there to be there for someone, and recently it all came together. It blew apart, but the best thing happened for that person, and they are free to do what they want, and they're happy. And I feel like people come into your life for a reason, and I hope that I just gained a few lifelong friends. But more than anything, like I'm just ready to go. I'm ready to go to the next level. And recently, I've been experiencing all these weird synchronistic moments. And one of my favorite things is synchronicity is a wink from the universe. And I believe that that is 100% true. Maybe not a wink from the universe, maybe a wink from your guardian angels, your messengers, whatever you want to call them, your guides, I guess. I have had many seeing 222, 111, 1111, 333, 444, seeing all of these numbers. And I'm really into astrology and numerology. And something I've recently gotten into is tarot. I did not buy a tarot deck yet, but I've been watching a shit ton of tarot videos probably since my breakup. Yeah, probably since my breakup. So I'm just going to get on with all the stuff I have to show you. It's going to be so random, but it's going to be fun. So I can't wait to show you what I've gotten into. So I'm not into tarot. And I kind of bought these with the understanding that they were tarot cards, and I was not paying attention. They are actually oracle cards. Oracle cards are not the same as tarot cards, but this is the Rebecca Campbell Work Your Light Oracle card deck. It's beautiful. Comes in this really nice box, and it says, "You are the Oracle." And a little side note, I've been obsessed with the ideas of oracles, like, ever since I was probably in my early teens. Just the idea of, like, people who receive messages straight from source, whatever you choose your source to be, whatever you believe in. I'm not going to say what I believe in. I don't really think I know fully myself. But I've always been fascinated with the history of oracles. And anyway, I want to just show you this deck is just gorgeous. This is the back of the cards. This is the front. And I just want to show you like 3 cards that I think are really beautiful. So this is the Boundaries card. Beautiful. I'm choosing at random here. This is one of my other favorites. This is Inner Temple. I mean, like, every card is transport. It just takes you to another world. They're so beautiful. let's see. I'm trying to choose a really good one. Oh, I like this one. It's called Share Your Voice. You know, and oracle cards are like tarot cards in that they are meant to help you answer any questions that you might have. They aren't as, I think, specific as tarot cards. There's certain types of questions you would ask an oracle deck. You wouldn't ask for like a name or something like that. Like you can kind of get something like that from a tarot deck, but not completely. So an oracle deck is more for, I think it's a little bit more personal than just a tarot deck, because oracle cards you can ask questions for yourself. It's a little bit harder, I think, to do a reading for other people. I don't know. I could be talking absolute shit right now, but that's just from what I've learned. I have not done a reading for anyone else. I'm still reading the book. It really just gives you insight into the cards and then different types of spreads that you can do. So I'm doing that. And so that's one thing. I did play with them this morning. All right. So next is this amazing, I've wanted one of these forever. I bought a selenite bar. It's like a sword, man. Like sword of light. This thing is amazing. This is, look at that. I got this from the little hippie store in my mall called East Meets West, and this was about $11 or $12, which I think is a deal for something like this, because selenite pieces, sometimes like this big, that's my phone, are usually like a little bit more expensive. But I've meditated with it, I've cleansed with it, I burned it a little bit by mistake, but I've been working with this, and I feel it's important to feel connected to your own pieces. And speaking of pieces, I have a piece of jewelry I want to share with you. Whenever I go to the store to buy jewelry, I kind of just let whatever wants to come to me, come to me. So this is a titanium quartz. And if you look at it, it kind of looks like a planet. It's, first off, it's wire wrapped. It's beautiful. It's like this purpley color. And then you turn it around and check that out, dude. It's got all this incredible sparkle in there. And it's just, the way it hangs, it looks like a broken planet. It looks like Neptune or something. I don't even know. And I've been wearing it every day for the past 2 weeks or so. Kind of obsessed with it. Every week I have a new necklace, like every week. And today I'm wearing my Astrid, which is by BCP Jewelry, and this is clear quartz, and this is moonstone in the shape of a moon, and it's got little stars hanging from the side. It's heavy, for those wondering, extremely heavy. I told you this was going to be all over the place, like all over the place. All right, so no connection to anything else, but I went to Petco the other day, and I've seen this there for like months, and I wanted it. It's this silly, I won't take the top off. It's a s'more. It's a s'more, and it says it's like crinkly wrapping paper on the inside. This is a dog toy. I have an obsession with dog toys because they make such cute ones, and I'm not gonna squeeze it because it has that loud squeaker toy inside, and my cat like looks at me like, "What are you doing?" But like, I didn't know it had that inside. I thought it was just crinkly. Like the graham cracker part is crinkly, and it says "Love you s'more." And this was on sale for like $8. And I have a thing for like food with happy faces. Things like this just make me happy, and plus I love s'mores so much. So I don't know. It makes me happy to own it. And also making me happy is this little ring. I went to the craft store and I got this for $1. And I legit wear it like it's jewelry. Like, it's not just when I want to be playful and I'm on the computer at home, or if I run to the store, like I have it on. It's cute and it's orange, so it's my favorite. Kind of obsessed with it. I'm not taking it off. Also found in the dollar store section of fun, these things called squirmels. And if my cat sees this, she's gonna flip out. It's basically a pipe cleaner that's like squirmy and it has little eyes, googly eyes paint on it, on magician string, which is like, it feels like it's fine as hair, but it's really, really strong, I'll be honest. And she loses her shit. She starts talking. She's like, she chases after it, and if she sees it, she'll want to play with it. And if I don't play with her, she'll bite me. So she's right down here on the floor. So I don't want to bring that up. Also, I have it also in yellow, green, neon, whatever, bright color. Um, Add to that, I mean, I told you this is going to be everywhere, everywhere. I've been playing a lot recently, and the other day I bought a crap ton of Now or Later candies, which are my favorite, and I made a candy wrapper chain. I also made a dollar chain because I used to make dollar chain bracelets, but I don't know. I was bored, and I was sitting here listening to a video on YouTube, so I decided to make this. So there's that. And if you're ever curious about how to make that, just go on YouTube and watch a video, because that's how I learned years ago. I went to a store recently called Five Below, and I bought myself some earrings, a whole slab of them for $5. And I love these because I always think it's funny how many times I buy slabs of earrings and they always throw in like pearls. Like, first off, I have countless pair just sitting in this basket over here. I don't need it. I don't need it. But whatever. I mean, they put 3 pairs of pearls in here, and they're almost all the same size. But this one was the Good Vibes collection, and it's all like triangles and mystical eyes and coyote heads and all that kind of thing. So I don't know. I thought it was cute. They had other ones that were prissier, girlier, whatever. I like those. And actually right now I am considering gauging my ears. I really want to gauge my ears. And then I can still use my studs and go further at my ear. But I really think I'm ready to start gauging my ears. I just really want to at this point. All right. Let's see. Next. Oh, silly. I got a pet. I have a new pet. He doesn't have a name. I don't know what to call him or her. Don't know it yet. It's a seahorse in a water jug. It cost $1. It's one of those Just Add water pets, and it made me happy to see it, so I grabbed it. Made me happy. Also, other fun stuff that you might not know about me. No one knows about me, but I have always loved those little gumball machines with the little plastic toys in them. Inside of this thing is a necklace by the same lady who made the necklace that I'm wearing. BCP. She's just got such a great sense of humor. It's basically a very cute little heart necklace, but it says "fuck off." I don't know if the computer it's gonna pick that up. Yeah, it says "fuck off." I call this my breakup necklace because I got this as a little present to myself to make me feel better because of what happened with me, and I was just like, yeah, like, made me feel good. So I love it. And in here I have these cheapy earrings that I got from the beauty supply store, and I love wearing the earrings that have my letters on them. And these are these, and they're gold, and they're just studs. They're just simple studs. And a nice little tip for you if you're ever traveling and you want to take your jewelry with you, put them in a whole plastic bubble. They'll stay sealed in there. It's awesome. All right, this is super random. It's just going to keep being more and more random. All right, you see this tin? This is a chocolate tin from Paris. A girl that I worked with named Emma is from Paris, and when I had first met her, she had just come back from Paris from seeing her family, and she brought the entire store like chocolate. And the canister, when we ate all the chocolate, just sat in the office forever and ever and ever. And then one day I was like, why is this still up here? And she goes, I don't know. Nobody wants it. But it's such a pretty tin. And at first I was like, I am a sucker for a cute container. And even though this is not necessarily like my bag in terms of like style, I still like it. And it's pretty. And the fact that it's from Paris and, whatever. But I hold my tea light candles in it, and I buy them from the craft store for like $3. You can get for $5. I think you can get 100. So this thing holds like 75. So if anyone out there was wondering, that's where I keep my candles. Sorry, I need to whip the whistle. Oh, this is my glorious coffee cup that I drink out of all the time. Even my coffee sleeve is from Five Below. It's a Day of the Dead looking skull and drippings. This is a Band of Outsiders designed this cup with Starbucks. It's one of my favorite things in the world. It's supposed to be a travel cup, but it's completely porcelain, and if I put it down hard enough, it would break. So that's why I permanently keep like a cozy on it. Because before I had this one, I had a cozy with, I have Frankenstein's head, and then before that I had a Halloween one that was glow in the dark, and it had a white skull on it, and it just, skull and crossbones, and it just made sense for my coffee. And I tried to keep that theme going when I found that one, and now I need a new one because that one's ripping. So, any hoosers. Keeping with the tradition of $5 or less, I went to Five Below and I found this really cute tumbler, and I realize now I have become a giant child who sips out of sippy cups. This is better than anything that they sell, which is made with a straw, because this doesn't need one. This is just a hard plastic tumbler. I like that it's not quite pink, it's not quite orange, it's kind of in between. So that color crazy that you're seeing on the screen, that's accurate. It's really just that bright. They came in blue, green, and a real pink, like a light pink, like a powder pink. But this one seemed very fitting. I keep this on my desk. It's a nice little fun tumbler to have. It has a little sliding mouth thingy. It doesn't fit in my cup holder in my car, obviously, but this is a nice, I call desk cup. I'm like that little girl from Signs who doesn't like to keep anything, any of the glasses of water, like once they sit out and like dust particles get in, she's like, I can't drink it. I'm kind of like that. So I like having a lid. All right, let's see, what's next? Oh, okay. So my obsession for the last 2 years, or maybe 3, has been Trader Joe's Costa Rican Terrazzo coffee. Sorry, you can't see the tin. Okay? I love this coffee. Every 2 weeks when I get paid, I would buy a tin or two. And I prefer to make my coffee at home and put it in one of my fancy cups than go out and get coffee. I do like a good iced coffee or a unique flavor that they might come up with, but I usually make my own. And I went the other day and they didn't have any of this, and I freaked out because I was like, what am I supposed to drink? Because even though I love McDonald's coffee, I feel like it's really expensive. I can't always find what I'm looking for, and this is a medium dark roast, and I love it. And now I think they stopped making it because I just went back the other day and they didn't have it. So I went instead and I got Colombian coffee because Colombian coffee is my favorite type. I like a medium coffee. For those who don't know, people think like they're drinking hardcore when they're drinking a dark roast coffee. You're getting less caffeine. I hate to break it to you. The longer coffee is roasted, the less caffeine you're getting. You want to wake the fuck up? Drink mild coffee, light roast coffee. You'll be like, bing, and you won't know what hit you. I used to work for a local coffee place around here that's like a big sensation called Rook. And I worked at the hospital branch. And I remember people would come in, like doctors and surgeons and stuff, and they would be like, coffee. I don't know how to order here. Coffee. And we were like, big or bigger? That's how the sizes run. And they would be like, biggest one you've got. And we were like, okay, what kind of coffee do you want? And they're like, I don't care. They're like, give me that dark roast. I need to wake up. We're like, that's not going to do it. And they're like, what? And we had to explain to people that, I mean, we explained to like a 60, 70-year-old man that like dark roast coffee doesn't have as much caffeine. And he was like, my whole life is a lie. You mean to tell me my whole life I've been drinking dark coffee thinking that I'm drinking strong coffee? And I'm like, yeah. And it's like, you really want to wake up, drink mild coffee. The less it's roasted, the more caffeine is left in the beans. And he was like, wow, like blowing people's minds who've been drinking coffee for like decades is the best feeling. But back to business. I went to Trader Joe's and I purchased this instead. I got this one for, I think it was on sale. I think it was like $9.99 instead of the normal $11.99. It's the medium roast, sweet and rich Colombian Supremo coffee, and this is big. Okay, this is what I normally get. This is what I got, and I was like, I hope this lives up to the challenge. And also, I gotta say, the can is cute. It's very pretty. I'm trying to figure out a purpose for it. Maybe, I don't know. But I mean, I love it. I'll be honest, I finished this entire can in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Finished it. Went back to the store in hopes of seeing if they restocked. They had not. I have now a smaller can of this bad boy. So we're back to drinking this one. And I hope that they come back to their senses and bring back my other one. But I don't think it's going to happen. All right. Keeping with this crazy video, one of my favorite magazines of like all time is called Dysfunction. And this is the issue that I had to buy this on Amazon because they don't always carry it at the Barnes & Noble near me, or any store for that matter, and they were out. So I had to wait. I saw it at one point. I had no money, couldn't afford to even get the magazine, but I'm not going to lie, this is $7.50 in the US. $7.50. But I will say it's worth it because I have saved every issue of this magazine I've ever bought. I've never cut it. I still look back on it and read it. It's beautiful pictures of people from all different cultures. I'm trying to get some good images in here. Beautiful pictures, beautiful articles, real people, not just models, people talking about their struggles, their beauty. This amazing woman on the cover named Erica Hurt. She had a mastectomy on both of her breasts, and that's why she's just like constantly has her boobies out. And I've seen her all over social media, and artists all talking about things that they love and things that they do. And this is just another cover I'm going to show you. This is, I mean, usually they don't put anyone on here that I'm aware of. It's not for like the super famous. I mean, I think the most famous people I've seen on the cover were like Carmen Electra, Avril Lavigne. Yeah, that's all I can think of. There's a few other people from like TV shows and stuff that I don't really watch, but the thing is that this magazine is always beautiful, and it's not preachy. It doesn't tell you how to dress and who to be. It really just talks to you about real shit. You know, how to shift your thinking and how to let go of, things that don't serve you and whatnot. It's just, I don't know, it's a beautiful, beautiful magazine. And it's not a monthly. It's like, I think it's like for 3 or 4 times a year that they put out issues. Okay, so let's see what else. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to do this. Okay, so I love a good fun makeup palette, and I'm not crazy into like playing with makeup, but this one, I keep all my stuff in boxes. But I have, this one is by Makeup Revolution London. This is the Unicorn Love palette. I've had this palette for like probably 8 months. I don't know. I've had this one for quite some time, like almost a year now. But this one, it's fuzzy. It's fuzzy and furry and sparkly. It looks like sparkles, but it's really just hairs. It's fuzzy, and it has a heart on the inside. And then you open it up, and there are your wonderful colors. Beautiful. And recently, I love that we're kind of in the nostalgic mode, and we're celebrating our childhoods. And right now, what's in is Nickelodeon and people talking about our old favorite TV shows because now it blows. And I'm not just saying that because I was a kid in the 90s or I was, I'm older or anything like that. I'm saying it because it blows. There are no TV shows on that channel that I care to watch. Unless 3 runs. That's it. And I am an avid cartoon watcher. I love my cartoons. And the fact that there's nothing good out is upsetting. I'm still watching reruns of I'm watching more Cartoon Network than anything else. I watch Adventure Time, and I'm obsessed with Steven Universe. And I'm sad Adventure Time is ending. It's in its final season, but good things got to come to an end, and at least they're ending it right. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyway, Nickelodeon put out a coloring book called Coloring the 90s, The Splat. And I started working on it. So you got Ren and Stimpy, you got Rocket Power, the Wild Thornberries. I started coloring Arnold's room just to give you an idea of, like, I'm such a child. Let's see, what else is in here? You got Cat Dog. And what I like is that there's, like, really fun, very detailed pages. Like, this is Rugrats, more Ren and Stimpy, more Hey Arnold, Rocco's Modern Life. And then there's like quotes on each page from each of the characters, which is so cute. And this is so cute with the ring showing you that. And it's so much fun to show you this. This is the Nickelodeon eyeshadow palette. Yes, I have it. This is pure nostalgia for me. Everything that's on this palette is in that coloring book, which is all like 90s shows. And I was a kid. I wish they put Doug in that one or in this one, because Doug was completely left out, but I don't know why. Doug was the shit. It came with a really horrible brush, and I know a ton of people, like Jeffree Star and them, like reviewed this palette and they completely downgraded it, and rightly so, because I mean it's not the best quality, but I mean I still keep the clear thing on it. This orange color, living for it. That red color, love that one too. It came with a green brush. It's absolutely terrible. But the mirror is adorable. I wish this were actually made out of plastic, because it's meant to look like a cassette tape. And they've completely committed to this artwork and everything. And this is from Hot Topic. I got this about 2 weeks ago. I haven't really played with it much, because I don't wear a lot of makeup. But like, I have very few palettes. Like, just really quickly, let me show. I do special palettes. That's it. I have the Basquiat Urban Decay palette. Okay. I have an Urban Decay Pulp Fiction palette, which only has like 4 colors. Like, they wasted their time with that. I have the Tarte Let in Bloom palette, and I have the Pacifica Solar palette. That's it. Those are the only palettes I have. I'm not someone who does so much makeup that I need to have an entire life filled with them. I just want to have fun and just put interesting colors and play with interesting colors sometimes, and that's it. All right, so what Reese's bringing your attention to right now, other than herself licking herself, is MIA poster back there. That's from the Aralar album. That's MIA's first album. I recently purchased her book. I didn't even know she had a book. I call myself a fan. I didn't even know she had a book. This book came out almost 10 years ago. Where the freak was I? Anyway, I love MIA. I love her aesthetic. I think she's beautiful. I love that she's representing for a lot of people of color. I'm not even going to say just her culture, but people of color all around the world. And like, her book is, if you're familiar with MIA at all, you know that she always mixes prints, colors, and patterns in a way that like no one else does. She talks about social activism. She talks about peace. She talks about really horrible things that actually happen in the world. But she also puts it to a beat that Kala is her mother's name. As an album. This is basically an art book. This is just showcasing some of her work. Yeah. I know I'm at a really odd angle. This is from, I love this page. This is from the Boys video, which is one of my favorite videos. Because the dancing in it is insane. I love this. And there's some concert pics. There's pics of her in like crazy outfits and like artwork she's come up with and all of that. So I love it. And I actually haven't finished reading it. There's not much to read in this book. It's mostly images. It's like art, but the foreword is written by someone she went to art school with, and I love that. I love that because they see you from the beginnings. They see the seeds, and then they've watched you grow. Reese is gonna protect that for me. And I don't know. I think that is that everything. Is it everything? Let me just quickly scan over. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much just what's been going on. I just wanted to show you this really random peek into my life to just let you know, like, this is kind of the stuff I'm into. I've randomly been doing a lot of new things and keeping myself busy, and I don't know, just having fun. So until next time, stay tuned, and I'll see you later.